What's up guys, welcome back to the Fairway Mid-Atlantic YouTube channel. Today we're talking about all things moving. How to move, things you never think about when you're starting your move, and so much more. So stick around for the rest of the video. Before we hop into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. We're posting new videos every Friday all about the home buying process, financial literacy, and more. Let's get into the video. So, moving is cited as the third most stressful event in somebody's entire lifetime. The third most stressful event. That's insane. So if you're planning to move soon or are even starting the home buying process, it's time to start thinking about planning your move. Now, many people will say that you need to start planning for your move 8 weeks in advance. So there's a lot to cover here. We're gonna go over the most important things that you should remember, and then we're gonna give you a few resources to head to for more detailed information, and even a place where you can create your own moving checklist. And if you're moving in 2021, the process is even faster. So the more preparation that you can do before you move your home, the better. Let's get into it right away. First things first, you need to plan ahead. You should be planning your move around 8 weeks in advance. That might sound crazy because you're thinking, I just need to pack up my stuff and go. Well, it's not that simple. Think about changing things like your address on insurance, transferring utilities, enrolling your kids in a new school. There's just some things that we don't really think about when we start to think about moving. The 8 to 6 weeks before move-in day. Researching the moving companies. So moving to a house takes a lot, obviously. You have to pack up your entire life and move it somewhere new. That could be just across the street, or it could be to a completely new state. Either way, you likely have a lot of things that you need to move, and you shouldn't do it all by yourself. And there's tons of different moving services available to you so that you can move however which way is best for you. Take these weeks before to really research the different options available to you and decide what your budget is. Now, the budget may be different depending on how far you're moving, but having a budget in place will help you factor in a whole bunch of different expenses in your entire home buying process. Consider whether you want an entire day of a moving crew and truck, if you want to do the move by yourself but need to rent a truck, or if you'd like to do a completely DIY move. Now's the time to start planning. By the end of the 6 weeks, you should schedule your movers and your move-in date. Important appointments and documents. So you're not just moving your stuff, you're moving your entire life. So that means you need to keep track of important documents and appointments that you need to be making for your new home. So this includes things like utilities installments, school enrollments, home inspections, so on and so forth. You'll also want to take inventory of all of your important documents that you keep at home and take note of things that you have on file physically, things that you have on your computer, and even back up your physical files so that you don't lose anything in the move. Make an inventory. Take down an inventory of everything that you're moving. This helps you in a bunch of different ways. 1, it helps you keep track of the things that you're moving. 2, it'll help you to organize things into different categories and make the packing and unpacking process a little bit smoother. It'll help you decide what you need to keep and what you can donate, sell, or throw away. You can make this inventory as detailed as you like, room by room, or you could keep it a little broader and just mark down the most important things to you. This is also a good time to take down your furniture measurements and compare them to the measurements of your new space. And you don't want to be in a position where you buy a bunch of new furniture just to find that it doesn't fit your new space. Supplies. Now is also the time to order all of the moving supplies that you may need. One thing to consider is calling around to grocery stores or warehouses to see if they have any free boxes that you can use during your move. Boxes can add up, so the more you can get free, the better. Once you have enough boxes, fill in whatever you need to, and then think about things like tape, paper, bubble wrap, etc. Also, contact your moving service and ask about their different supplies that they offer the day of or before your move. And lastly, take your time off. Your move is going to take some time, and you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're stressing over finishing work and also moving in. So make sure you plan in advance and schedule some time off, whether that's one day to make your weekend a long weekend or maybe a couple days during the week to ensure that you have enough time to move, unload, and get comfortable. Also, contact any friends or family and ask if they would be willing to help you move. Otherwise, you're gonna be in a sticky situation when you don't have enough people helping you on move-in day. 5 to 2 weeks before move-in day. So this is the time where things start to get real. First off, this is when you start packing. Get a head start on your packing and pack up any non-essential or seasonal items that you already know that you're not going to be using in the next couple weeks. So this means things like off-season clothing, coats, seasonal decorations, etc. Get them out of the way and finished to get the ball rolling. This is also the time to start making your packing plan. Now, packing takes a lot of work, and unfortunately, we're not able to take off a whole bunch of weeks to get the packing done. So, make a plan to pack after work, over the weekends, and make some progress so that you're not left up until your move-in day and you're still packing. You want to be completely done packing by the time your move-in day is here. Forward your mail and transfer your services. Once you have your new address, now's the time to start transferring your mail and services. You can actually do this online at USPS or any mail service provider and schedule the day that you want your mail to start forwarding. You also should check any subscriptions that you have and start to change those addresses as well. In terms of subscriptions and memberships, look at the ones that you have and decide on what you need to cancel and what you can keep. So things like gym memberships or store cards or anything like that. If you're moving across the country to a different state or out of your normal neighborhood, you may need to change some of those things. Also consider things like changing your pharmacy, transferring your utilities, and your bank and card information as well. Donate, sell, and throw away. So remember that inventory list that we made with all of the things that you're going to keep? That gave you the opportunity to create piles for donation, selling, and throwing away. Now decide on what you're donating and selling. You can hold a yard sale, you can post your items to an online marketplace, you can schedule a drop-off at a donation site, or you could just make some throwaway trips. Not only are you getting rid of your clutter, you're possibly making some extra cash too. Order new. So now is also the time to consider what you need for your new space. You're moving into a completely new home, so take the opportunity to get some new things. Go through your inventory and fill in any gaps that you find. If you have the means to, maybe this means that you're able to spice up your furniture, or maybe you just need a couple new decor pieces to change up your color scheme. Whatever it may be, start to order these pieces now so that you have them by the time that you're moving into your space. But also remember that you shouldn't be making any large purchases on credit if you're still in the process of obtaining your mortgage. If you missed that video, we'll link it here, and it goes over all of the things that you should not do during the home buying process to make sure it goes as smooth as possible. The week before move-in day, it's getting real. Kick up your packing and get it all done this week. Again, you don't want to be in a situation where you still have things to pack on the day that you're moving. That is probably why it's the third most stressful event in anybody's life. We don't want that. At this point, you need to tackle it room by room. Start with the rooms that aren't necessary or aren't essential in the next week for you to have everything in. This will help keep your boxes organized and ensure that the packing and unpacking is a little bit smoother. Also take the time to disassemble large furniture, take photos of valuable pieces just in case, and just pack. This task can seem never-ending, but if you've planned ahead and you've followed your packing schedule, then you should be in good shape. Suitcases. Pack your day-to-day essentials and a couple days worth of clothes to have on hand during and after your move. You are not going to be able to unpack every box on the day that you move. So it's important to have your most used items with you on hand so that you're not stressing over not having deodorant for the next day or having sweaty clothes and nothing clean to wear. Make sure you pack a suitcase for each member of your family that's moving so that everybody feels comfortable. Clean up. So once you finish packing up all of your rooms, it's also important to clean them. Now, again, this is a courtesy to the people possibly moving into your space after you, but will also give you a sense of being done with packing. So this means dusting off any surfaces, going over everything with a vacuum or a broom or a mop, and just making sure the space is clean. And lastly, run any last minute errands. So run out and grab cash for your mover's tips, collect any keys or garage remotes that you need to hand over on the day that you move out, and pick up anything else outstanding, such as dry cleaning or prescriptions. Do a final sweep of your house to make sure that you didn't leave any little things behind. Then take videos or pictures of your empty space. This is beneficial if you're selling your home or just for the memories. All right, you did it. It's move-in day. Now, if you followed our advice, you're likely pretty much ready. You're prepared, you've packed everything, you're organized, and you have a lot of help. So make sure you don't hit that snooze button and get moving. We hope you enjoyed this video and found some useful tips. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below so that we know to keep bringing this content to you. We're also going to link to www.moving.com down in the description for a more detailed checklist of things that you may not be thinking about when starting your moving process, and a place where you can actually plan and print your own personal moving checklist. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video from us. This month, we're covering all the behind the scenes of the home buying process that you just might not know about. So stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.